There are three main components to any web page: HTML, which is your content, CSS, which is the appearance or the presentation, and JS or JavaScript, which is the behavior. So what do I mean by behavior? If you've ever used navigation on your phone, you know that when you click on the menu or on the burger icon, the menu opens up. This is what I mean by behavior, by functionality. So let's take a look at these three components in action: HTML, styles, and JavaScript behavior. This is a website that I coded. What we're looking at right now is just the HTML markup, just the content of your web page. So here we have an image or an icon. Here we have content. Here we have a video. Here is another icon and more content. Here is a link. Not very pretty, but this is what a web page looks like without styles being applied to it. When we add CSS, which is the appearance, which controls how our content looks, you get this, which is drastically different. And then when you add JavaScript to the mix, you can do things like hold your screen for a callout or create interactive menus. A web page is just a basic text file with the extension HTML, like a Word document has the extension .doc. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. The hypertext in HTML refers to the ability to link web pages from one to another or within itself. So on the Globe and Mail, this hyperlink is taking us to a section for world news. And if I scroll down, this hyperlink takes us to the Apple Store, which is an external website. The ML in HTML refers to markup language. So let's first talk about what a language is. Just like we communicate through different languages, computers also have different programming languages, such as Python, Java, C++, Ruby on Rails, and then of course, we have HTML, which is considered a markup language. So what exactly does markup mean? To put it simply, a markup language uses tags to define an element within the HTML document. For example, if you have a page heading, you would use a specific tag to identify your heading as a heading. If you had a link, you would use another kind of tag to identify your link. And it's these tags that help bring structure, hierarchy, and meaning to our content. If we look at the content on this page, there's no hierarchy to it, there's no structure, and there's no meaning. It's just a bunch of words and sentences, sometimes not even a sentence. So for example, at the very top we have Catapult powers businesses with Microsoft Dynamics 365 cloud solutions. That doesn't really mean anything to us. But if I were to add HTML markup to this, to give it meaning and context and show it to you on a web page, going back to our original example, now we see that this actually is a page heading, and we're using markup to identify that as a page heading. Similarly, if we drop down, say, to lean deployment, get up and running quickly with essential capabilities tailored for your business, Dynamics 365. Well, these three sentences don't really mean anything to us as we look at it on this page, but by adding markup to it, we can bring meaning to that and structure to that. So if we scroll down, we can see that we are in a section of this web page, and in this section are a series of articles. So we've structured out 3 articles, and here we have lean deployment, which is the article title. And then we have a brief article description, and that Dynamics 365, which really had no meaning on this page, now that it has been organized and marked up, we can see that it's a button or a call to action. So by adding HTML markup, we have created structure and meaning to our website.